Hi everybody, it's me MCG here, and before we start this mess of a video, I just want to say a couple of things. Number one, this video was done in January 2023. I had this idea for a while to do this big tier list, and I chose pairings of all things, and it turned out to be an absolute mess, as you will see if you choose to continue. I tried to do this video before, however, I didn't like it, so I decided to remake it. If you want to see the previous version of this video, the link will be down in the description below to my Ko-fi page, and it'll be one of my exclusive videos on there if you'd like to check out my page. There's a ton of exclusive videos and doodles on there if you'd like to check it out, and feel free to support me if you like to. This video is entirely opinion based, so feel free to disagree or agree with my opinions if you like to. I made this tier list out of my own enjoyment and cringiness, but yeah, I just wanted to see how this goes, and it turned out to be a mess, so yay. Oh yeah, and spoilers for these shows. All these shows get spoiled to some degree. Yeah, proceed with caution. But yeah, that's it for the introduction. I hope you guys enjoy this. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, enjoy this video. Bye. Hello everybody, it's me MCG here, and today I'm coming back to you with another tier list ranking video. Now this one is going to be significantly different from the ones that I've done before. The ones that I've done previously is the Disney Channel show tier list and the Cartoon Network shows tier list. So if you would like to see those, the link will be in the description and the cards for you to go and see that playlist or the individual videos. But this one is going to be different in celebration of Valentine's Day, which is hopefully when this video will be released. If not, happy belated Valentine's Day, or just happy whatever day of the week it is for you guys if you're not watching on Valentine's Day, or you know, whatever. I hope you're having a good day. I really hope you are. But yeah, in celebration of that day, I'm going to be doing a fictional pairing tier list, an animated fictional pairing tier list. Basically romantic, platonic, in the middle pairings that I either used to ship, I find their relationship endearing, or platonic, you know, just friendships that I love. And I'm going to be ranking them today in this tier list, which is a weird thing, but if you knew me from my channel, like if you're a regular to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, hello, I am a mess of a shipper. I love fictional relationships, especially animated ones. I've liked it since I was a young child, and it stuck with me ever since. So I wanted an outlet to just say my opinions about certain fictional relationships, especially in the animated field. And this is what this tier list is all about, and this is why I created this tier list. Just to ramble my feelings about fictional pairings. Yeah, I know. But we're going to be doing it anyway. I just want to see how this goes. So yeah, before we get started, I got some sections here that I'm going to be ranking these pairings in. So, on the top, they are the moments. That's right. This is basically the S rank or the SS rank. Just, I love these pairings, or pairing. I don't know. I love these pairings so much that they're going on the top. Like, I love them too much. They are one of my favourite pairings of all time. We got OTP material, which is that I love them so much, but they're not the moment, or they're not like the top. But I still love them with all my heart. Then we got their Canon in my heart, which is a section about pairings that I wish they would have been canon in the show. But, you know, it's not my show. I can't control what, you know, gets canon or not. So it'll be there. I ship it as just the normal, yeah, I ship them. I think they're cute, whatever. Yeah. Then we have in fan and only, which is only in fan works that I tend to ship them or gravitate towards them being romantic of sorts, or friends or whatever. And yeah, that includes fan fiction, fan art, or headcanons, or just anything that the fans come up with, really. Then we have Bro TP, or just as friends. It speaks for itself. Why did I ship this? That speaks for itself as well. Like, why did I ship this pairing? Why? And then we have Not a Fan, which is I'm not a fan of them anymore. Yeah. And then we have Who Are They? I know all the parents in this list. Don't worry if you don't know any of the parents in this list. I'll try and explain as much as possible about the shows that they came from and who are they as characters. So yeah, let's take a peek at all these parents. I got so many pairings / duos on here. It's insane. I just look at that. And that is not all of them. And some of them I don't want to talk about. And some of them I just forgot. So maybe there'll be an honorable mentions list at the end. Or I don't know where I'm going to put it in this video. But yeah, that's that. And now I guess we're going to get started. So, the first pairing I'm going to talk about is Aang and Katara. They were one of the first OTPs I ever had from Nickelodeon, specifically. I loved them as a kid. I was rooting for them. I was on this ship from, not day one, but like season 1, sort of. I loved them. I did, and I always wanted to root for them. I know there's been a resurgence since Avatar went on Netflix that a lot of the shipping wars started back up again. And Katara and Aang are one of the ships in that shipping war. And yeah, I mean, if I had to choose a ship now to root for, it would be these two still. Just because I had more connection with them. And, you know, rewatching it, I still like them. Not as much as I used to, but I still like them together. And, of course, in canon, they had kids. And the kids were pretty cool as well. Like, you know, if you've seen Legend of Korra, you know about the kids. And, you know, just all the stuff that they done. And, yeah. But, yeah, Katara and Aang, they were sweet. I liked their relationship. But, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say the OTP material now, but I did ship it, and I still do ship it to this day. Now, if we're going to skip down, I guess we're going to talk about the other ship here. We got Katara and Zuko. I apologize, we'll talk about Katara and Dora in a minute. Katara and Zuko. Oh, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say because I understand why people ship them. A bit of a hot take here. I kind of think they would be a more interesting ship than Katara and Aang was. However, I still think Katara and Aang are the better ship in my opinion. Maybe it's because I don't know. I like them better. I guess I'm gonna say it. I like them better in fanon. I don't know. I like kind of what the fans do with it, like the ship, more than what the show would do, because I feel like it would have been interesting for them to explore that, but it's just probably more like, I don't know, it would have been interesting, but like in terms of like the show and how it went, I don't think Zuko and Katara would have worked out as well. Because I could compare it to another ship, which I'll talk about sooner or later, how that turned out. But, yeah, in terms of Katara and Zuko, I don't think it would have worked out in the show at all. But in fanon, it's interesting to see what the fans do with it. Like, the fan base is still going strong for these two, and I'm like, dang, it's been years, but people still ship them. I don't know why I'm like sounded like I'm surprised. I'm not. I'm just, I don't know. Like, to me, like, I never shipped Katara and Zuko, but I do understand why people ship them. But like now I have more of an understanding, like years later, and I've grown, and I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. But other than that, I mean, in fanon only, I guess, sort of. I mean, I could put them in just as friends either. But it's like in the middle of like in fanon only and just as friends. Like, I don't really ship them, but I understand why people do ship them. Adora and Catra. Okay. So, Adora and Catra is an interesting ship to me because I didn't ship them at all until season 5 properly. For seasons 1 to 4, I kind of dipped and dabbed into the ship a little bit. Like, I've read a bit of fanfiction. I read, like... I mean, I saw a lot of fan art of them, especially from, like, the Princess Prom episode. Like, whoa. Jeez. But I never really liked them together, or the idea of them together, until season 5. That's when it turned 180 for me. Catcher and Adora in season 5 is worth it. I don't know. It just, something clicked in my mind and I just turned a 180 and I'm like, wow, this is much better than it was in seasons 1 to 4. They spent enough time away from each other to come back and, you know, and of course it was awkward at first. But they ended up falling right back into their best friend stick that they had like in the beginning of season 1. And I was like, oh, that's why I liked them to begin with. Because I sort of like... stuff in season 1 was interesting to me, and I know they were best friends before and all that, but I don't know. Yeah, so for like season 5 of Cachadora, especially with like the ending scene as well, with Catra saying she loved her and everything, that was a very emotional scene. If you've seen my block reaction, which I'll probably be showing on the screen right now.
Don't you get it? I love you!
Oh, there we go! There we go! There we go! Whoa! They did it! We got it! They got it! They did it! They did it! They did. Why am I crying?
Yeah, I was emotional. I was like, oh gosh, wow. Because season 5, they really have grown on me, especially with Adora's feelings as well, because Adora's feelings kind of, you know, came into the forefront as well in season 5 for Catra. Yeah, season 5 Cachadora is where it's at for me. I think I would say I ship it, because they are together. It is canon, so I can't say they're canon in my heart because it's already canon. Yeah, I do ship it, and yeah, I was pretty emotional when they actually did get together. Sorry, but yeah, it's just, yeah. I guess honorable mention as well goes to Glimmer and Bow. Like, I didn't really ship them as well, but they were cute for the most part. Like, I don't know. If they were on the list, I didn't put them on the list, I don't think. But, yeah, they would be, I guess, I ship it as well. I don't know. Like, for She-Ra, I don't really ship that much in She-Ra. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, Catcher and Adora, I put it and I ship it. Because I still like them to this day. And I miss them sometimes, but... I don't know, like, seasons 1 to 4 wasn't really hitting it for me until, like, season 5 is where it's at for me, but Cachadora. But yeah. Arnold and Helga, one of my childhood OTPs, and still is one of my favorite OTPs. Yeah, I guess we're gonna go to OTP material. This is the first one to go in OTP material. I don't know, they're just classic. But Arnold and Helga, to me... despite all the absolute, I don't know how to say it, like, there were some moments with like, Arnold and Helga's relationship that I didn't like, such as like Helga's constant bullying of Arnold, and I mean, yeah, there were a couple of moments that she really was nice to him and also like helped him as well. Like, have you seen Arnold's Christmas? Like, have you seen the Jungle movie? Yeah, she done some pretty big things to help Arnold as well in terms of with other people as well. And when they were getting along, I liked them when they were getting along too. But yeah, it's just, there was a lot of moments in this show that literally made me flip-flop. But I liked it. Like, the flip-floppiness was like a ride to me when supporting these two, I guess. But yeah, definitely Arnold and Helga is one of my favorite childhood ships. Like, I still love them to this day, honestly. And rewatching this show, like every time I rewatch the show, I'm like, oh well, yeah. And yeah, of course, as I said, the Jungle movie, like, oh, the Jungle movie, chef's kiss. I love that movie. Not as much as I used to, but I still really like that movie. And I'm glad that it got to happen, despite it not being like the original, like, sort of thing. They tweaked it and everything, but it's still a good movie. They still have some things from the original in that movie, but yeah, I did like the Jungle movie quite a bit. If you haven't seen my reaction video to, like, something, I'll leave a link, like my highlight reel of like moments from it that I liked. But yeah, just Arnold and Helga, I like them. I really do like them, and they're still one of my favorite OTPs to this day. Arthur and Francine. For Arthur and Francine, I don't know why I shipped them, honestly. I mean, I'm gonna put them here. Simply because I used to ship them a lot. But looking back at, like, clips and stuff, I'm like, why did I used to ship them? Like, it just doesn't click anymore. I don't know what it is. But just as friends, definitely for Arthur and Francine. They probably had some moments that were suggestive to them, maybe, you know, advancing the relationship further. But, like, I don't know. I'm very baffled to why I did ship it, honestly. Maybe it's because, oh, you know, they're friends and then whatever. It's just typical. Because one of my favourite tropes in terms of relationships is best friends to lovers, so maybe that's why. And I used to have such a thing for best friends to lovers. I still have a thing for that. I really love that trope. Now, just sitting here, I'm just like, why did I used to ship them? It's so weird. But anyway, yeah, Arthur and Francie just as friends. Because sometimes they didn't get along in the show and everything. But yeah, just as friends for those two. Oh, Beast Boy and Raven. Now, if you could see, I have Beast Boy and Raven in 2 different iterations of Teen Titans. We have the original Teen Titans, which I still consider the best out of the 2. And Teen Titans Go, which, funnily enough, that's when I started shipping it. So with Beast Boy and Raven's relationship, I didn't really ship them in Teen Titans in the original show. We're going to put them as just as friends. I didn't see it, to be honest. Like, I get it sort of now why people sort of, like, latched onto it and everything, but I still think they're just as friends. But, in Teen Titans Go, yeah, I shipped them more in Teen Titans Go. Now, that might be a hot take, but I don't know. Maybe because they pushed it a little more in that one, and I thought the relationship was kind of cute. I don't know what their relationship status is. Like, I think this is more like early seasons Teen Titans Go, like maybe, I don't know, seasons 3 to 5 or so. I don't know, like, I don't know where my positioning was when shipping them, but like, I remember in the somewhat early days, or maybe like a couple years after Teen Titans Go is doing this run in that lot, that I shipped them quite a bit. And I actually, you know, liked their relationship in Teen Titans Go. And yeah, as I said, I haven't caught up with the show since then, maybe? I mean, I have seen the movie, and everything. But yeah, with Teen Titans Go, like, Beast Boy and Raven's relationship in that show was pretty sweet to me. I don't know. I don't know if it's my standards. I don't know. But I really did like them. And yeah, I mean, I still kind of ship it to this day, so I guess I'll leave it and ship it. But yeah, as I said, I haven't caught up, so I don't know what the relationship status is. I don't know if they're still together or not. I don't know. But yeah, I did ship it back then. Toby and Becky, or Word Girl, is from Word Girl. Funny story about this pairing as well. I only started shipping it sort of last year, when there was a big Word Girl boom that happened in the beginning of 2022, I think. Yeah, in the beginning of 2022, there was like a big Word Girl boom, and I'd never really heard of Word Girl before. Like, I used to watch PBS Kids a lot when I went to America on holiday and everything, but I've never watched Word Girl in my life until last year. Wow, Word Girl is a pretty good show. Never really expected it at all. But Word Girl is a pretty good show. And these two interest me so much because I watched the compilation as well. And I'm like, huh, wow, they're an interesting relationship. Huh. And then I couldn't stop thinking about them for like a few months after that. It was quite right. Just these two. But yeah, but Toby and Becky, or Toby and Word Girl, whatever, it's a very interesting relationship because, spoilers if you've ever seen Word Girl or anything. Like, Toby is infatuated with Word Girl, but doesn't like Becky because they're rivals and stuff. And I just think that the relationship is interesting as well. Because he nearly made the connection as well that Becky was Word Girl, and those times I'm like, oh gosh, but no, he never knows by the end of the series, which is sad. He nearly gets there though, but he never really gets there in the end. But these two, like, I like the fan works of them a lot. There was like a upflux of fan works, and I read a lot of them. I looked at a lot of the fan art. It's pretty nice. I would say, like, in the show, it's just interesting seeing compilations of them as well, because it's just interesting how much obsessed I was with these two, and it's just, oh, I don't know. I don't know. Those were a couple of crazy months. But yeah, I did put it in I ship it, simply because I do ship it within the show, but I don't know if they would be canon in the show in general. Maybe when they're older, I don't know, but that's a mystery. But I do ship it, and yeah, yeah. Betty and Noah from Atomic Betty. Does anybody remember Atomic Betty? You used to air on Cartoon Network, and yeah, because I used to watch it on CITV, but this show used to air on Cartoon Network in the States and everything. Noah and Betty, they were good friends, best friends, and Noah did have a thing for Betty in that show, and Betty, I don't think she was interested. It's either she wasn't interested or she was oblivious. I think she wasn't interested, really. So it was mostly one-sided. I don't know. I don't know if she returned any feelings for him. I haven't watched Atomic Betty for so long. I just watched a couple of clips, like, and Noah was, like, you know, Noah did like Betty quite a bit. But I don't know. Like, I did read a couple pieces of fanfiction when I was younger of these two. Like, I did root for these two when I was younger. I wouldn't say they're canon in my heart, though, because I don't think they would have got together at all in the show, especially in, like, Mission Earth. I don't know, like, I don't know what is my disdain of Mission Earth. Like, I just remember not liking that series at all, like, that subsection of Atomic Betty. I just didn't like that. Maybe I should revisit it. Who knows? But I don't know. Should I? I don't know if I should put it in. I mean, I used to ship it, but nowadays I'm like, I don't know. There would be in the middle. I guess here. Maybe I should just add a new section in general, actually. Hold on a second. We're gonna add a new section. I apologize. There we go. I'm putting them there. Because I don't know how to feel about them now. Just, yeah, they're okay. I just added a new section. That's fair. This video is a mess anyway. Oh no, Billy and Mandy. I question my younger self to why I used to ship them, to be honest. I've rewatched a compilation of like seasons 1 to 3, I think, the other day. And I'm like, I mean, I don't know. It's probably one of the weirdest pairings I ever shipped, to be honest. Like, Mandy does care about Billy, but she rarely shows it. Like, she does care about him, though. Why would she keep him around if she doesn't care about him at least a little bit? But sometimes she does use him to her advantage and stuff. Their friendship is pretty messed up. But I don't know, she does care a little bit about Billy. Like, Billy does like her. Not like as like relationship or whatever. But yeah, it's a weird pairing. I don't know why I used to ship it, to be honest. But yeah, it's in why did I ship this? Honorable mention or dishonorable mention goes to Mandy and Iwin. I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, Mandy and Arwen, which I don't ship at all, honestly. Yeah, no, like, I don't think I should have been shipping anything in this show anyway. But, yeah. Yeah, Billy and Mandy, why did I ship this? I don't know. Brad and Beckett is an interesting case. I ship them in fanon only, or I did used to ship them, and I never watched the show. So I'll put them in that. But due to the recent events going on in Star Trek Lower Decks, maybe I should put them in just as friends now. Because of the recent events, I'm not going to say it if you know. But I haven't watched the show fully, so I just did a little bit of research beforehand, and I was like, oh, okay. So I'll put them as just as friends, but I did used to ship them in fanon only without watching the show. But I just think them as friends now. You know, just that's just what happens sometimes. Brad and Stacy from Sticking Around. Does anybody remember this show? I don't know. I used to watch this show on YouTube because they had videos on it on YouTube, and I used to watch it when I was younger, and I was like, huh, didn't know this show existed because I never saw it on TV here in the UK. So I don't know. It is a Canadian show. Yeah, Brad and Stacy. There was an episode of Sticking Around, and they had like Brad and Stacy sitting in the tree and everything, and everybody used to tease them, like all the characters used to tease them about their relationship, and they're like, no, we're not together and all that. That's what I remember. Yeah, just as friends for them as well. Like, I just, like, as I said already, most of the ships on here that are just friends, I used to ship just because they were the main characters. And, you know, they were cute together, and I thought, you know, and I liked their chemistry. It was mostly about the chemistry, but there is a lot of, like, main characters on here that I used to ship, so, yeah. I guess the stigma is kind of true where people ship the main characters and all that. I don't know. There's a lot of that on there. There is a lot of that, but yeah, like Brad and Stacy, I like their friendship. Them just going around and, you know, using their imagination and stuff. Yeah, to come up with like crazy, like put themselves in crazy situations and everything, and yeah, I mean, in their mundane life, of course, but yeah, just, it was an interesting show. I don't know, maybe I should look back at that as well. I already watched a couple of clips of like, sort of each of the pairings on here, just to recollect my thoughts, but yeah, Brad and Stacy, just friends to me now. Yeah, they're just friends to me now, I guess. Brandy and Mr. Whiskers. Oh boy! So I used to ship these two as well. But now I don't. So, there it is. Just as friends for these two as well, I think. I see them more as like, would I say familial? No, I mean, they have some sort of like sibling energy in there, but like, no, I just think they're friends, in all honesty. Yeah, I don't know. Like, some of these pairs I can't really explain why I used to ship them, because it's just a lot of pairings on here. I don't really have much to say about Brandy and Mr. Whiskers. For the relationship was okay in terms of the show and the dynamic. But yeah, the show can be crazy though. Brandy and Mr. Whiskers. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Jeremy and Candace. Oh yay! Okay, we're gonna put. Yeah. I'm gonna leave it there, I think. I really do love Jeremy and Candace, though. I wouldn't say they're my OTP, though, of Phineas and Ferb, because we'll get to that. Actually, no, you know what? We're gonna talk about the OTP. Okay, no, before that, we're not gonna go off topic. Jeremy and Candace was really cute. There is a long compilation of YouTube of their moments that I've watched, and I'm like, oh, like seeing their relationship grow. They were the secondary parent of Phineas and Ferb to me, but I loved them too, and their relationship, and just, you know, the different situations and everything, and just, yeah, Jeremy did really care about Candace, and it was really sweet. Their relationship is really sweet. So yeah, I put them in I ship it, but I do really like this pairing. The other pairing that I want to talk about right now to connect to Jeremy and Candace is, if I can find them on this list. Ah, here they are. Phineas and Isabella. Oh my goodness, Phineas and Isabella. I used to adore them so much. I rooted for Isabella so hard despite her being a simp towards Phineas. I rooted for her so hard because she tries so hard, but he's so oblivious, and I just wanted them to talk and you know, this is why I'm glad At Your Age exists. That's why I'm glad At Your Age exists, because it shows in the future that Phineas, you know, did like her for a certain period of time after the show, but Isabella moved on, so it's like the opposite. And I was like, oh, parallels. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I'm glad they talked about it, and even though they were going to, or no, they ended up going to the same college in the end. yeah, because I think Phineas was trying to choose which college he was going to go to as well. They ended up going to the same college, and then, you know, the kiss at the end. Oh, it was so cute. I'm just glad they talked it out, and yeah, I'm just glad they're together at the end of the show. Like, you know, in the end of, like, probably the canon and whatnot. But yeah, Phineas and Isabella was so cute. Like, I still cannot get over the moment in the Second Dimension movie, and just Isabella just kisses Phineas, and then he's so happy about it. And then, of course, they had to get their minds erased because of all the shenanigans happening with Perry and the secret agent stuff and everything. But yeah, just that moment took me by surprise. I literally couldn't stop replaying that moment when I was younger. I was just so shocked that it happened, in all honesty. But yeah, I am gonna put them in OTP because they were one of my favorite OTPs ever. But yeah, they are OTP material despite, like, everything with, like, you know, just the frustration. Like, we do feel the frustration that Isabella has to go through. But yeah, it's just her obsession with Phineas can get a bit overboard at times, and, you know. But yeah, I do love them. I still love Phineas and Isabella to this day. They're a really sweet ship. They were. Charlie Brown and Peppermint Patty. Now, I've got two iterations of them here. One is from the old cartoons, such as, like, Charlie Brown and the Sleepy Show, and we have the one from the movie. It's weird, Charlie Brown and Peppermint Patty, because I did support them a bit in terms of shipping, but it's complicated. It's complicated. For, like, the Charlie Brown and Sleepy Show, or, like, the old iterations of the Peanuts, like the cartoons especially, I think they're okay. Now, I know that, like, Peppermint Patty did have a crush on, like, Charlie Brown, but I always liked Charlie Brown with the little red hair girl, and I should have put them on the list, but I didn't. Charlie Brown and the little red hair girl would go in okay as well, because I mean, we didn't really see her that much, and we only sort of seen it through, like, Charlie Brown's perspective, so she didn't really have a character to me to root for. In the movie, luckily, she does have a little bit more to her than just, you know, a faceless character or whatever. Or, you know, in one of the specials, I think she was a main part, but yeah, it was still by, like, Charlie Brown's sort of perspective. But we got a little bit more in terms of a character, and she actually got to speak in the the Peanuts movie, and that was, I mean, it was cool to give her a little bit of character for her, but it was still mostly from, like, Charlie Brown's perspective. But yeah, like, with Peppermint Patty and Charlie Brown, especially from the movie, I did ship it a little bit, maybe low ship it, or maybe here, because I don't know, it gave a little bit more, I guess, to them, but it's so complicated sometimes to explain why I used to ship these ships. It's just, I used to ship it and whatever. Maybe it's because of the conversations that they had or whatever. It's just, trying to explain it is difficult for me right now. But I used to ship it. But yeah, I think they're okay now. They're not canon or anything, but it's just, yeah, I mean, I don't really have any strong feelings towards these two iterations of Charlie Brown and Peppermint Patty now, but, you know, whatever. Oh, Gravity Falls. We're on to Gravity Falls now. These are two Dipper ships, Dipper-related ships. We have Dipper and Pacifica, which I still ship. I'm going to say that. I still ship them. They had potential. They had serious potential, especially from the Northwest Mansion mystery episode. They had potential to be, you know, a good pairing maybe, but they just left that. They didn't really do anything in terms of, like, pushing their relationship forward. They're friends, but, you know. But I did really like them in Northwest Mansion Mystery, and for that they're going in the I ship it, because I did ship them from that episode. Dipper and Wendy I used to ship for the majority of season 1. Mainly because I wanted Dipper to talk to her more. Not necessarily because I wanted them together in terms of, like, the end of the show, because that would be weird as heck. I realised how weird that would be if they got together in the show. Especially with, like, what? Season 2, like, the second to last episode of season 2, with, like, when Dipper is in one of Mabel's like dream door thingies, and yeah, the because it's giving him what he wants, and you know, he kind of wants, he still has a crush on Wendy at this point, even though they did have closure in episode 2. Yeah, that was weird. I knew exactly something was up when I saw it. I was like, no. And that's when I stopped shipping them, because I stopped shipping them, I think, when they had their closure, and it was like, okay, cool. And then that's it. I just didn't think about them again. But yeah, I did used to ship them in season 1, mainly because I wanted Dipper to talk to her more, and, you know, it's just, I don't know. But yeah, just as friends now for these two, definitely. For Dipper and Wendy. Yeah. I just find it weird in retrospect that I did used to ship them, but whatever. I shipped weirder. I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just going to say I shipped weirder. But yeah, we're going to move on. Doug and Peppermint Patty. Now, Doug and Peppermint Patty is from Doug and Dizzy's Doug, of course. I used to support them a lot. Like, I used to root for them, and I wanted, like, Doug to, you know, talk to her more, and, you know, just to see their relationship a bit more. Nowadays, I think they're okay. You know, Doug as a show is an okay show. Like, I used to watch it a lot. But nowadays, it's just sort of like a calm palate cleanser. I don't think it's as interesting as it used to be, but I used to like the show a lot, and just the way that Doug uses his imagination and everything. And just, I like the characters, they were cool. But yeah, like, I think the show's just okay now. Other than that, like, Peppermint Patty and Doug I used to be obsessed with in the movie. Doug's first movie used to be one of my biggest obsessions when it comes to anime movies. And I just used to watch that dance scene at the end with them so many times. I don't know why. Maybe it just calmed me. I'm not sure. But Doug and Patty, they were cute, but, you know, they're okay now. They're okay. Jackin and Shigo from Kim Possible. Yes, I love them too. I ship it. I love them too so much. And I didn't realize how much moments they had until I watched a compilation video with their moments. I was like, oh my goodness, they had so much. Wow. And I don't think it came out of nowhere at the end with the flower. That's why I chose this picture. Like, that was when it clicked for me. I was like, oh my goodness, they liked each other the whole time. Oh my god. Yeah, Jackin and Shigo has always been a highlight for Kim Possible for me. I don't know how the show would have been without Jackin and Shigo as foils to Kim and Ron. Like, I loved their dynamic. I loved, I just liked them talking, I guess, and bantering and everything, and just, yeah, I did like their chemistry a lot on the show. More now than I did back then when I was little. I think I appreciate their chemistry a lot more now. But yeah, Jackin and Shigo, I love them so much. I do. And we're going to stay on the topic with Kim Possible. We're talking about, I guess, the first They Are the Moment ship. Yes, I'll spoil it. If I can find them, I'll find them. I'll find them. There they are. You know, they were near the top. Kim and Ron. Straight up. They're the first They Are the Moment pairing. I love these two so much. This was the first OTP that I've ever shipped in my life. Oh, first ship. One of the first ships that I knew I was shipping. Or at least knew that I was rooting for them. If you've seen... I mean, I have done a video long time ago explaining like my first OTP, which is these two. Link will be down in the description below. But long story short, these two were the first ever OTP I ever had. I loved them so much. Like, I love the show in general. Like, Kim Possible is still one of my favourite shows of all time, and animated shows in general. But I loved these two. And I couldn't tell why until I realised that when they got together in So the Drama. That's when it all clicked for me back then. And then I realised, oh wait, I like this couple as well, and I like this couple as well, and I like this couple, and then it just spiralled into like what I became today in terms of me liking fictional pairings and in fiction and relationships in general. Like, I'm interested in those. But Kim and Ron was the start of that. And if it wasn't for So the Drama, and if it wasn't for like their relationship in general and how iconic their relationship is, I wouldn't be like this today. So I thank Kim and Ron, and you know, of course the KP staff, everybody that worked on the show, the cast, crew, whatever, for creating this wonderful show to begin with, because then it would have made me like interested in animation and interested in fiction parents. I owe a lot to this show, to be honest, and I'm glad I was there during its airing. And I was watching it when it was airing on TV and when like new episodes were coming out and everything. But yeah, Kim and Ron, typical best friends to lovers, but I love them. They were the standard for it, in my opinion. They were the basis, the base, I don't know how to describe it. Like they're just one of the most iconic best friends to lovers parents out there. I love them so much, and yeah, before I ramble on, they are the moment. They'll always be the moment to me. I love them so much. I really do. Their friendship is just really great as well. And when, like, season 4, when they were dating and everything, I thought it was okay. I do like their relationship, and I'm glad that it, you know, remained consistent. But I never forget, like, when I rooted for them and I didn't know if they were going to get together or anything, and Soda Drama and the hype of Soda Drama. I'll never forget how hyped I was and how much I loved the ending when they were dancing and they kissed, and I'm like, wow. Just wow. Yeah, I guess it shook my entire world. It really did. It shook a young 7-year-old me. It really did. So yeah, Kim and Ron, they are the moment. They are one of my favourite ships of all time. Kitty and Dudley from Tough Puppy. They're cute. I like them. I did used to ship them a bit. I don't know. I think they're okay. I did used to ship them a lot. And yeah, just I did like them. I did like their chemistry. I can't really explain too much of these two. I just think they're okay as a relationship. And I used to find their banter pretty funny. And their moments together, I guess, pretty okay. I don't know, like, I haven't watched this show in full in so long, so I have no idea, or at least I can't remember what their dynamic was like in full, but I have watched a couple clips and I'm like, I still like them, they're nice. But yeah, Kitty and Dudley, they're okay. Double D and Eddie, oh my gosh, the rabbit hole I went through. Okay, let me explain something. I used to ship them. I did, when I was younger, I used to think Double D was a girl. So, I don't know, every time that Double D and Eddie interacted, I was like, oh, okay. Without knowing that Double D was a boy. Until the movie was coming out, and I realised that Double D was a boy, it didn't really faze me. So I was like, oh, okay, it didn't really change my opinion. So I still shipped them, and then the movie came out, and it made me ship them even more. But I had to sort of hide that because I didn't know what to do. It was just, have you seen the movie though? Have you guys seen Ed and Eddie's Big Picture Show? Have you seen it and the moments that they have? My goodness. Young me was shocked. I'm still kind of like taken aback of how much moments they did have. But Double D and Eddie, I think I'm gonna lead them and I ship it still. Because there was a lot of moments between them, especially in the show as well, that could be considered like... But... I don't even want to get into it. The point is, I do still ship them in some extent. Yeah, just... Yeah. In terms of like other Ed and Eddie pairings though, not really. I don't really ship anything else. Like this is the closest ever I'm still shipping something in that show, honestly. Like, I don't need to ship anything in every single show, like, to be honest, it's a blessing if I don't. I don't. But, yeah, Double D and Eddie, I did like the relationship, though, despite, like, all the shenanigans and everything, and just, the other ships didn't really hit for me as much as these two did. So, like, Kevin and Double D, for example, the amount of fan material that I saw for those two, when I didn't want to see it, now we're good. We're good. Yeah, that's why I don't really ship Double D and Kevin, because Kevin was Kevin was as much as a bully as the Eds were, sort of, with the scams and stuff. So I'm just like, Yeah, no. Even though he did turn turn a new leaf at the end, especially in like the Big Picture Show movie. In terms of like relationship, I mean, you can ship what you want, but like, I'll never understand the hype for Kevin and Double D. I think it's more of a fan thing, so I will never understand. Other than that, yeah, Double D and Eddie, I mean, yeah, they're sweet. I don't know. I like their stuff. I do sort of ship them to an extent. Now we're going to move on to the My Little Pony ships now. We're going to go through as much as we can with these ones. So we got Fluttershy Discord to start off with. I like their relationship. It's so sweet. I don't know. Ever since season 3, I think they are sweet. So I'm going to put them in I ship it. I like their friendship. It's really adorable. And we find out they still keep in contact at the end of the show and everything. Spoilers for the end of the show of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. They keep in contact. I thought they did live together for a certain amount of time in the show. And then, you know, Discord lives in his own sort of... I mean, he lives somewhere else, but... I mean, they're still keeping contact, and I thought they were living together in the show, but I think they still live separate houses. I'm not sure. The point is they're still in contact with each other. They're still very good friends, and it's open to if they're together or not. We don't know. All we know is that Angel had a lot of kids. But yeah, Angel Bunny, if you... Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I do like Discord and Fluttershy's relationship. Their friendship is really cute, and yeah, I like their friendship quite a bit. It was great. Let's move on to the next My Little Pony ship, which is Lyra and Bon Bon. Yes, I love them. I love them. Well, let's say it's OTP material. Maybe high ship it, probably. I mean, these are not in any particular order, but I just like to sort of order it a little bit in what range I ship them. But I do like Lara and Bon Bon and their friendship a lot. And, you know, now, at the end of the show, if you see like the background stuff, they did get married at the end, which is really cute. Yeah, just, this relationship was a surprise to me in the show, I guess. Like, we saw their friendship together, the background ponies, and just, you know, hanging out with their benches, like, you know, sitting on benches and walking around together. Who knew that friendship was going to get a big sort of plot line in Slice of Life, which is the season 5 episode, episode 9, I think. It was the 100th episode, and they got a big sort of spotlight in the episode, and we see their suggestive looks, and I'm like, huh! Do they like each other? Probably. And they did, yeah. They got married and everything, it's great. Yeah, Lyra and Bon Bon are sweet. I do really like them together, and I'm glad that they're together in canon. So that's why I can't put them in their canon in my heart, because they're together in the show, so that's pretty cool. Next relationship, we got Cheese Sandwich and Pinkie Pie, which I also ship as well. Yes, I do love them together. They're so much fun. Even though they did have, what, like 1 or 2 episodes together? No, 2 episodes. They have 2 episodes together, I think. Yeah, properly. It was so much fun to see them interact. And then they had little Cheese. They had a kid at the end, which is insane. But yeah, I'm glad they're together in the show. It was a cute relationship, the little that we saw of it, though. It's very cute. Then we have Pinkie Pie and Rainbow Dash. I used to ship these two so much. I know they're not canon, I know. But I used to think they were so much fun together when they like pulling pranks on people, like season 1, and their relationship was just so much fun. I don't know. Nowadays, I think they're okay, or maybe just as friends. Yeah, I mean, yeah, just as friends. I used to ship a lot of like non-canon MLP pairings, so there's gonna be a lot in like just as friends right now. But I do like really like these two and their dynamic together when I was younger. Yeah, I just did. Next we got Twilight and Pinkie Pie, just as friends as well. I used to read a lot of fanfiction with like the trio of like Pinkie Pie, Rainbow, and Twilight for some reason. I don't know. I think season 1 was really giving that energy, I guess. And also we could say the same thing to like Rainbow Dash and Twilight. Yeah, just as friends, like, you know, that dynamic. With like Rainbow Dash and Twilight, especially like season 4 when Twilight gained wings, and the episode where Twilight, I think, was testing Rainbow Dash and like the test and that law and giving her different ideas, and it was nice. It was nice, and you know, their shared love for Daring Do and everything. But yeah, just these three characters in general, I used to like ship these three pairings a lot, especially like season 1. It's crazy. It's crazy how much time has gone, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever nowadays for these two. Then we have Derpy and Dr. Hooves. For them two, I think I like them more in Fanon. To be honest, I did like their relationship in the season 5 episode, like Slice of Life, as I did with like Lyra and Bobo. But the difference is, I like more of their Fanon works, like the fans came up with for these two. Like, it was a fan thing to begin with Derpy and Dr. Hooves, I think, and then they put it in the show and it was cool. But yeah, that's where it all started, and I really like those works, so I guess I'm gonna put them in Fanon, even though I do like the relationship in the show. Their Fanon works is where it's at for me when I was younger. And is there any more? Oh yes, here we go. So we got Spike and Rarity. Oh, okay. I'm not a fan. Not a fan of Spike and Rarity. I don't know. I just saw Spike's crush and Rarity to be a bit to me. And just Rarity calling him Spikey Wikey's a bit I don't know. It's just not my cup of tea anymore. I think I used to root for Spike in terms of, you know, but I'm just like, I don't know. Yeah, but I guess, I mean, they're just as friends, I guess. I mean, I want to put them in just as friends, honestly. But I'm not a fan of their relationship, like, in terms of, like, more than just friends, in my opinion. But I will put them as just as friends. Same for Twilight and Spike, because their relationship was never gonna get into, like, romantic territory anyway, so. Yeah, just as friends, they have a good friendship. Yeah, ever since, like, Spike was hatched from the egg, ever since, like, Twilight's entrance exam and stuff, they've been, like, you know, that's her brother right there. That's her sibling. That's her best friend. That's yeah, confidant. Is that? Yeah, they're good friends, and you know, siblings and whatnot. I don't know, like an amalgamation of all different things. I don't know how to describe them, but they are good friends, definitely. I think that's it for the MLP. Oh, okay, we do have G5 stuff, but we're gonna come to that later. I think that's all the G4 ships I have. Yeah, that's all the G4 ships. So yeah, that's all my opinions of the G4 ships. Very messy, but you know, that's how it go. Oh, Fred and Daphne, a classic Scooby-Doo pairing. Now this is from Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, because their relationship with Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated was wild. The fact that they got engaged. I'm sorry, spoilers for all these shows. Spoilers. They got engaged. The fact that they got engaged that one episode in season 1. Okay. Wow, they loved each other that much to get engaged. But yeah, Daphne and Fred had a roller coaster relationship in Mystery Incorporated. In terms of like the other canon, like Scooby-Doo media, such as like the movies and that, it's their own separate thing. And I like the relationship there. The Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated was interesting when it comes to their relationship. I do ship this version of them probably more than the other versions of them, to be honest. That's why I put like their picture up there. But yeah, I do ship them as like a whole in terms of all the Scooby-Doo franchises and everything. So yeah, we got Fred and Daphne, and I ship it. I guess we're going to talk about the other two, the other Mission the other Scooby-Doo pairing that I kind of did ship. So for Shaggy and Velma, I did the 2 iterations. I did Scooby-Doo Where Are You, and I did Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, because I used to be obsessed with Mystery Incorporated, and I used to be obsessed with Shaggy and Velma. I don't know what it was. Maybe because I was excited because this pairing has never been really explored before, and that's why you know, I put like the 2 different versions on there as well. For Shaggy and Velma, yes, I used to be obsessed with them, and I used to want them to be together, but this whole love triangle was so stupid. Oh my gosh, I'm just glad they got rid of it in like 10 episodes, but wow, this love triangle frustrated the hell out of me. It really did, because I was just like, why are you guys even being so petty? Why are you being so petty? Like, it's all three of them. Oh, okay, Shaggy not as much, but Velma and Scooby, petty. And I know, it used to be funny to me that it was a love triangle to begin with. And Scooby's line of, like, are you cheating on me, still cracks me up. I never thought Scooby would said that. I'm like, what the heck, Scooby? What the... But, jeez, this relationship just frustrated the hell out of me. Especially now how I realised how dysfunctional it was. I don't know, maybe they did love each other for a time, but seeing that from, like, the first... I don't know, it makes me, I don't know why the relationship makes me so uncomfortable now. Maybe because I just used to be so attached that I'm like looking back at the series and looking at these moments with them, I'm like, oh gosh. But yeah, Shaggy and Velma I used to ship quite a bit in the show. Would I say I'm a fan of them now? No, because I know what happens. I think Shaggy tried to get back together with her, or at least try and start something back up in season 2, but Velma's like, no. No, rightly so. It was very frustrating. But yeah, I'm not really a fan of their relationship anymore. Like, them as friends is okay, it's fine. But I'm not a fan of their relationship anymore. Shaggy and Velma from, like, Where Are You and maybe the other iterations, I think they're okay. There's nothing really there in terms of romantic stuff, which is fine. And I'm not counting the live action stuff. I'm not going to talk about that. Especially Curse of the Lake Monster. But their relationship in the shows, like the animated shows, they're fine. I wouldn't say I shit them or anything. I just think they're okay. As like a pairing. It's not really anything to write home about. But, you know, their relationship is okay. Fry and Leela, oh, I love them so much. We're just going to put them all the way in there at the moment. One of my favourite fictional relationships ever. And especially since this is like adult animation as well, like it just hits harder. Yeah, Fry and Leela's relationship went through a lot of ups and downs, especially in the later seasons. But I think the relationship is beautiful. I think, you know, the stuff that they had... especially like Meanwhile, like the last episode just shows how much they loved each other. Like, it's really great to see. And yeah, they had a lot of ups and downs, as I said. Like, I still can remember like Into the Wild Green Yonder when I finally got my hands on the episode that one fateful day, and I watched it, or at least it's the movie. But yeah, and I watched it and I saw Fry and Leela kiss for the first time properly. Like they love each other, and they said they love each other, and I'm like, it got to me so hard as a kid, and it still gets to me now. I still think it's very sweet. But yeah, Meanwhile is my favourite moment with them, or favourite episode with them in it. Like, then there's the main focus. But yeah, Fry and Leela are beautiful. I love their relationship, and I cannot wait to see what happens with their relationship in season. Wait, what season is it on Futurama that's coming back to? I cannot remember. It'll be editing on the screen. Yeah, the fact that Futurama is coming back is insane to begin with, but I'm just wondering how they will take it from Meanwhile, because I think in Meanwhile they'll just start they're going back to like the start of like, you know, when everything happened, so maybe it'll take place where it left off, because I think people think, oh, it will start from like the beginning of like when the show began. I think it was fitting for like Comedy Central to do that though, like to play it from like the last episode to the first episode. That was a good loot, or whatever network aired it on. I heard that from like a comment section. But without getting off topic again, Fry and Leela, I love them. They are the moment, definitely. I love their relationship. They're one of my favourites. Yeah. Gerald and Phoebe, I love them. I ship it. I love their relationship. They're one of those ships that you see them in the background doing something and they're like, they're hanging out with each other. That's so sweet. And I love how when they're not hanging out with like Helga Like Phoebe's not hanging out with Helga, or Gerald's not hanging out with Phoebe. I mean, not Phoebe. Arnold. Like, they just hang out together, and it's nice to see that in some episodes, especially with the Cheese Festival stuff. That was great. And the Jungle movie, like, it was confirmed. Like, it's great. It's great to see that. It's great to see that. And yes, I do ship it. I don't really have much to say about them after that, but yeah, I do ship Phoebe and Gerald. They're pretty sweet. Darren and Ginger. Oh gosh, Darren and Ginger. I like them too. I did ship them a lot when I was watching As Told by Ginger when I was little. I still think As Told by Ginger is very underrated because it handled a lot of topics very well, I think, when it comes to like serious topics. Yeah, with Darren and Ginger, I love their relationship. I think, like pre-high school? Did they go to... Yeah, because in high school it was messy. Their high school episodes were very messy. Or junior... Is it junior high? High school? Well, high school. Their high school episodes were pretty messy. A lot of things changing and everything. And yeah, there was a lot of unnecessary drama. And Darren got into the football team. And he started to change. And I started to change my feelings about the relationship, sort of. And... yeah, but pre-high school I did used to ship them a lot because they were besties and, best friends, I guess, good friends, and I really liked their relationship. And just the moment with the train and Darren, like, I still love that moment. I forgot. I think it's Far From Home. I think that's what the episode called. Like the movie, like the made for TV movie, I think. I forgot what it was called. It was something with home in it. And that moment, it was so good. It was really good when I was a kid. If I can find that, it'll be showing. Yeah, just... I really liked that moment. I did. But yeah, Darren and Ginger had a good friendship. And I did ship them a lot. And I still kind of ship them to this day. Their high school stuff wasn't really the best, in my opinion, and it was very messy. But at the end of the show, I think the wedding frame was the last episode. It shows that maybe Ginger and Darren actually fixed up their relationship and patched up their relationship. And yeah, at the end of it all, like the end when it's like the time skip, Darren is shown holding a baby, which I think it's him and Ginger's child, so they had children at the end. So I mean, what are you gonna do? But yeah, Darren and Ginger, I did like them for a time. I really did. Henry and June, just as friends, I think. Again, a lot of ships in this tier list would be the main character boy and girl ships. It's just that there was a lot of male to female ships that I really liked. Just because, you know, they're the main characters and I like their chemistry as well. It's mostly about the chemistry, as I said already. But there's a lot of male and female ships, so I'm saying, like, yeah. Henry and June have a good dynamic in Kabam. They do. They're just friends. They're just friends, in my opinion. Iris and Nathaniel from Lolly Rock. The amount of similarities I can compare Iris and Nathaniel to in terms of like how it relates to another ship on this list. They're basically the other side of the coin. They're very similar to them. Iris and Nathaniel are cute. They had a lot of drama in their relationship as well when it comes to like a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna spoil Lolly Rock here. They just had a lot. They went through a lot when it comes to the relationship. I did ship it. I don't know if I should say they're okay, or I'll put them in I shipped it, because I did ship it. I remember really liking this pairing. But yeah, I mean, there's no but. I did like the relationship quite a bit. I thought it was sweet and cute, and Nathaniel really did care about Iris, despite where she came from and everything. Yeah, just they were good friends, besties even, best friends. They were good friends. Yeah, because she had her besties, and then They're probably very good friends. Yeah, then they evolved into something else, and yeah, I mean they are canon. They were canon, so yeah, I mean, yeah, they were good ship for where it lasted. Speaking of a good ship, until their well, yeah. Speaking of a good ship, Jake and Rose. Oh my god, Jake and Rose. I get sad thinking about Jake and Rose, to be honest. I'd still ship them. Gosh, their relationship was so... Oh, wow. The amount of trouble and the amount of, like, stuff, because they were on two opposite sides of the coin. In terms of two opposite sides of the war. But yeah, Jake and Rose, I used to love quite a bit. And it's just a shame about the ending. But hopefully they'll just get to know each other without all the stuff that they were involved in and whatnot. But yeah, like, I ship it. There's nothing more I can say about that. My Life as a Teenage Robot. Oh my goodness. I used to love that show so much. I used to. Brad and Jenny were my ship though. Like, I'm sorry, Jenny and Sheldon. I'm so sorry. But you're going in the just friends. Even though that's what the creators intended. The creators intended for these two to get together in the end. And I'm like, why? Why? That was actually my reaction. Because I don't see anything. Like, Sheldon was obsessed with Jenny. And they did have their moments. And Sheldon did care about Jenny and that lot, but some of the stuff that he done was so borderline obsessive, or at least obsessive, that I just couldn't get behind this ship at all. If Sheldon changed his approach, if we had a season 4, and, you know, became toned down with his obsession with Jenny, then I would have liked it more. But no, we don't have that, so... judging by the show... and Cluster Prime, if you call that like a made-for-TV movie and that lot. Yeah, I can't get behind Jenny and Sheldon that much, really. Yeah, I'm so sorry to all the Jenny and Sheldon fans out there that disagree with me. You can disagree with me if you want, you really can. Like, I'm not stopping you. And you're valid with your opinions. Especially with all the opinions in this list. If you have, like, other opinions for these ships and that lot, feel free to comment down below if you want. This video is a mess, I'm so sorry. We're gonna continue. Brad and Jenny were my ship though. Like, Brad and Jenny were my ship when it comes to My Life as a Teenage Robot. Because I really did like them. They're not OTP material or anything. I could actually... They're gonna be the first They're Canon in My Heart pairing. Because I really wanted them to be together. In the show. But they're canon in my heart. I'm sorry, guys. Wow. I just had a mini epiphany. Yeah, I used to want them so, like, to be together in the show so badly. And I think they're canon in my heart, even though they probably wouldn't get together, because you know what the creators intended, but they're canon in my heart because I wished that's what the creators would have done. Or at least would have, like, thought about. Because... I don't know, I think their friendship is really nice, and I do understand, like, it's good male-to-female relationships and that lot, but I don't know, I just really like their chemistry. I just wanted them to be more, maybe. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Feel free to disagree. Oh, Lake and Jessie from Infinity Train. Oh, I really like them. This is the only Infinity Train ship that will be on here. Yeah, Lake and Jessie, I ship it. I really do. I used to love them so much. I mean, I still love them. I still love their chemistry and just the journey that they went on through the train and everything. And yeah, I'm just glad they're in the same world together now, you know? They're in the outside world, and yeah, just... Yeah, I like their relationship quite a bit, and I miss them. I really do. I miss this pairing. I do. Jimmy and Cindy, another childhood classic pairing. Oh yeah, we're just gonna put it in ship it. No, not in. No, yeah, there we go. Yes, I do ship them still. I did like their relationship a lot, despite their rivalryness and everything in the show. And they're basically on the same level of intellect, so it just makes it more interesting. to see, you know, them being forced to each other, but also really good in terms of them working together. Oh no, their interactions in the show just entertained me so much that I wanted something to happen, but you know, unfortunately Jimmy Neutron didn't last as much as the creators wanted it to last for, and yeah, it got cancelled and everything. But I'm glad that Jimmy and Cindy got like enough stuff in the show anyway. I do like Jimmy and Cindy quite a bit. I just can't like not forget like the Stranded episode and the news episode. I think that was the last episode of the show, the news one. And yeah, they kissed at the end of that, and I was like, oh, is that it? Oh, okay, well, fair enough, whatever. We're not going to address that. Fine, alright, cool. But yeah, Jimmy and Cindy, yeah. Kurosami! Oh, Korra and Asami from Legend of Korra. These two, despite the network bullcrap that they had to go through, in terms of the whole show in general, and like the cast and crew, like, Nickelodeon didn't treat the show right. It really didn't. Like, Kurosami was such a surprise to me when it comes to me like going through this show, because I might explain a little bit with like the other ships that I put on the list related to Legend of Korra. Like, Kurosami was a crack ship for me for a while, until season 3. Season 3 with them in the car and them talking about Marco threw me off in the best way possible, and I loved their friendship ever since. I really did. And yeah, I'm just glad they became friends and they bonded over that same experience with Marco. It was just funny just seeing them sort of like, I don't know, just talk about it. It was nice. And just interacting in that episode in general, and then it just evolved from there, and they started talking to each other more and more, and the letters, they sent letters to each other. Korra didn't send letters to anybody else and everything. And the end when they went to the spirit world together and they're holding hands, I'm like, that got to me so much as a teenager. Like, I don't know, it got to me. And, you know, of course the creators did confirm they were together afterwards. I was like, cool. Like, they couldn't do that much with their relationship because of Nickelodeon and their business practices and everything. I'm just glad we're not over that. Like, we still got some like stigma and stuff within like LGBT and animation, but we come to a point, if it wasn't for like ships like Kurosami and Ruby and Sapphire and that law, and probably other ships as well that are in the background, we wouldn't be where we are with like ships that we'll be talking about soon, or a specific ship I'll be talking about soon, and with Cachadura as well. Like, it's just, yeah, I have a lot to thank for Kurosami, to be honest. I really like them together, and yeah, I really did like them together, like season 3 and 4 in general. I will say I ship it though, because I didn't ship them for the majority of the show. I shipped another pairing, well, for like halfway through before I started shipping Kurosami, which I'll talk about now. That is Korra and Bolin. I used to love Korra and Bolin when I was younger. And, you know, when I was watching the show when it first began and everything, I used to love Korra and Bolin. I used to love them so much and their dynamic and everything. But unfortunately, like, Marco, and like, Korra liked Marco at the time. And she only likes Bolin as a friend, and that broke my heart. That really did. It broke my heart because they actually had a good date. Like, they were laughing, Korra was being herself and everything, and I'm like, damn, like, this could have been what we had, like, what they had, and it's crazy. It's crazy how the tide changes, because I stopped shipping them, I think, when they stopped interacting, because they didn't really interact in the later seasons, and that really, like, it's sad they didn't, but maybe it's for the best, I don't know. But yeah, for like seasons 1 and 2, I loved them so much. Now I just think of them as just friends, because it's a shame that they didn't explore Bora, like, you know, Korra and Bolin, as much as they did, like, season 1. But for what, their friendship was cute at the time, and I did ship them for a bit. it was fun. It was fun, like, supporting their relationship for a time. But yeah, as I said already, Marco and Cora was like a big part of like seasons 1 to 2 of this show in terms of their relationship. Season 2, their relationship went down the gutter. Like, it went down the gutter and it was insane. But yeah, Marco and Cora, I'm going to put them in why did I ship this? Because I did ship them as well. And I'm just like, their relationship was so... Because I think it was like two fiery personalities against each other. And that didn't work out for them in season 2. Like, they argued a lot more in season 2. And the relationship just became more and more toxic to the point where I just didn't want to watch the show anymore. Because I didn't like their relationship and how much they were fighting. Yeah, it nearly made me stop watching the show. So, yeah. Thanks, Marco and Cora. I'm just glad that they're not... they didn't get back together, or they didn't try to get back together past season 3. I mean, past season 2, so yeah. Yeah, Marco Cora, like, why did I... whatever. Cookie and Wally! So, Cookie and Wally are number 3 and number 4 from Cody Kids Next Door, and yes, I love them. OTP material, I do not care what you guys say, I love them. I did. One of my favourite childhood parents of all time, as well. Or, they were one of my favourite childhood parents. I did adore them together. They had some sweet moments, and I always liked, like, I guess the trope of, like, the sweet girl and the tough guy. Sort of, but Wally did have a sweet spot, like a soft spot in his heart, and Cookie is just bubbly, but she does have a hardcore sort of nature to her as well, especially when, you know, she gets mad. Like, wow, dang, you wouldn't want to see her mad at all. But yeah, like, these two were so sweet. Wally did have feelings for her as well and stuff, and yeah, it was really cute. Like, I don't know, it was a really cute relationship to follow throughout Codename Kids Next Door's run, and I can never forget Operation Zero and that moment they had in the closet before, you know, they got turned into zombies. And yeah, that moment stuck in my mind too, and I'm like, damn, okay. Yeah, Cookie and Wally are very cute. Like, I really did adore them, and I still adore them to this day. I do like the relationship. We're also going to talk about Nigel and Abby, or number 1 and number 5 from Codename Kids Next Door. The thing is, especially with like the number 5 ships, especially with Hoagie and Abby, or number 2 and number 5, I didn't ship them at all. So I found it a big surprise when in Operation Interviews, and they were married. I was like, what? I did not realize that. And I didn't know they had feelings for each other. And I did watch a couple clips, and I'm like, I still kind of don't see it, but I do. I see a little bit more of it now, once I look back at the show. I think they're okay as a ship. I don't really particularly ship them, but I do understand more than I did back then why they got together. Even though I don't really, you know, I'm not really fazed by that, and I'm not really like, oh, they should have, you know, I'm glad they got together. Like, I'm not really, you know, I don't really have an opinion on that. With Nigel and Abby, or number 1 and number 5, I ship them more. But I think they're just friends as well now. Like, I actually shipped them more than Hoagie and Abby back in the day. But nowadays, I just think they're just friends. They're good, confidence and that lot. And yeah, definitely had a good relationship when it comes to their leadership. Definitely. But yeah, it's just interesting going back and seeing these ships. And I'm like, damn, like, I have a different opinion to what I thought back then with these ships. It's crazy. But yeah, it's crazy just going back, to be honest, through these parents. Cusco and Melina from The Emperor's New School. I did used to ship them as well. I didn't read much fan works with them, to be honest. I don't think this show had a big fan base. So I think they're okay as a ship. I mean, the show can be pretty funny. And the relationship can be a bit flippy-floppy to me, or in terms of, like, I like them one day, the next day I don't really find anything interesting about them, to be honest. But I think they're okay as a ship. Like, I used to like them, but I'm like, nowadays I'm just like, whatever. We're gonna get into a mess right now. We're gonna get into such a mess. We're gonna talk about the love square. We're gonna talk about Marinette and Adrian and just like Ladybug and Cat Noir and the love square. So I put the whole love square on here simply because why not? So we're gonna start with, I guess, Ladybug and Cat Noir first, or Cat Noir. And yeah, I do like their dynamic. Their cat, no, I was about to say cat and mouse, but I don't think that's a good analogy for them. Their dynamic and their banner as their superhero alter egos is pretty nice. I guess I should just put all of them in I ship it, because they're the same person anyway, they're the same people, but they have different dynamics, so I do understand why people ship like a certain dynamic more than the other. It's confusing at times, but I guess that's what it's meant to be. It's meant to be confusing. But yeah, I'll put all of them in I ship it, but I guess I'll explain. With Adrian and Marinette, if you know about recent developments in the show, you'll know. I still can't believe it. I still cannot believe it. Finally. Just finally. That's all. Finally. Yeah, just finally. And then we have the opposites. We have like Ladybug and Adrian and Chat and Marinette. And yeah, I'm just gonna put all of them in I ship it because I ship all of them anyway. But like, just if you watched season 5 and all that, like, it's been a ride, hasn't it? It's been a weird ride seeing it from the outside as well. Like, I know what's happening. It's crazy. It's crazy stuff. It's very insane because they're airing the episodes out of order as well. It's just, yeah. What an insane predicament. But yeah, I do ship Adrian and Marinette together, and like Ladybug and Chat and stuff. I mean, I still ship it to this day. It's not as much as I used to. I could just say they're okay, but they're in a low I ship it, because I still do ship it. It's just I haven't been paying attention to Miraculous Ladybug in a long time, so yeah, we have that. Oh no, we're gonna open up a can of worms here. Plants! Pigeon Lance, the only Voltron ship I'm putting on here. Simply because I didn't ship anything else. I didn't ship anything else in Voltron, honestly. And even with Plants, it's more of a friendship thing. But I would say fanon only, because I did actually like the fan fictions that they had, that they were kind of romantic in. I don't know. But yeah, Voltron as a whole was a mess. In terms of my experience within the fandom, it was a mess. I know a lot of people that, you know, there was a lot of people that shipped different ships within that fandom, like Clance and Sheath and all that stuff, but I'm not putting any of those pairings on there because I didn't ship any of them. And I didn't want to either, because of what happened with a previous show that I was watching at the time as well, and how much that sort of damaged my perception. So I didn't jump on any of these ships just to, you know, I guess because I had a fear of getting hurt again like the show did. If you know what I'm talking about, if you know, just, I'm not going to mention it because I don't want to open up some like more can of worms. Like, I'm already by talking about Voltron. But yeah, I didn't ship any of the other ships. Not even like, what, Lance and Allura? I didn't really ship them either. I don't know, yeah. But for like Pigeon Lance, I did like the stories. I did like the fandom though. They were pretty nice. They were pretty nice fandom. And just Plants, like, I don't know. I like the fandom analogy of like they're watering their plants every time, like anything happens between the two and that lot, like in terms of their relationship and their friendship and that lot. I don't know. I thought it was a pretty clever analogy. But other than that, yeah, Pigeon Lance only like fanon stuff that I really like nowadays, or at least like still. I don't know, like Voltron was a mess in general. I don't think I want to talk about it anymore. Lumity! So Lumity, Luce and Amelie from the Owl House. Love them so much. Should I put them in them? I think I am. Yeah, I love them so much. They're one of my favourite ships in the 2020s. Yeah, just they They are really good. In terms of their development, I didn't ship them, or I didn't, like, realize, like, this was happening, or maybe that this would be happening, until understanding Willow. And it was before the Grum episode. That was the episode before the Grum episode. And yeah, I didn't really ship them at all until, yeah, understanding Willow. And I was like, oh, okay. And then Grum happened, and then, yeah, of course, I was like set. I was like set on this ship. Their relationship is pretty damn amazing. In terms of their development, like when they were, well, not rivals, but when they were acquaintances to friends to getting to know each other, and then best friends, and then they have a crush on each other, especially with Luce in season 2, and Amity, like, oh gosh, the sports episode. That episode just shows like Amity's full, like, oh my gosh, like, I have a crush on her, oh my god. I love that so much. And then with Luce in the beginning of season 2, we saw her like really admiring Amity, and it was just great to see that development through like the smaller things. And of course the episode, the episode with Amity kissed her on the cheek, it was pretty cute too. But then Hootie, you mad Hoot, I love you. Who knew that? We all thought that that was going to be like a filler episode, right? With Hootie. But no, man, that connected so much stuff. Like, that episode was so much more important. Wow. And that's the episode where Lumini got together. And that was beautiful to me. And then they're still going strong. And especially with the end of the show coming up, like, their relationship, I really hope they stay together. I really hope they stay together and nothing happens to them. But yeah. This pairing, yeah, definitely on my top list of favourite pairings in the 2020s, and maybe one of my favourite pairings ever. I don't know, I'm definitely I'm putting them in the highest tier, because I really do love them together. I really do. Oh, Manny and Frida from LT Grey. Yes. So I used to love LT Grey a lot. I was obsessed with this show. I was obsessed with LT Grey. So Manny and Frida, I used to love the relationship so much, and the trouble and the shenanigans they had together. I'm thinking of putting their canon in my heart, because of the kiss at the end of one of like the parts of like the ending, because I think there was like 2 separate endings for LT Grey. There was, yeah, one of them had Frida kiss him, which was insane, but whatever. But yeah, like, I would say they're kind of in my heart because I love them together, and I always hoped that, you know, this show would come back to continue, but I don't think it's going to now. But for the one season it had, it's a really good show, and yeah, if you haven't watched the show, I advise you to seek it out. It was really good. It still is really good to this day, I think, or at least good. I don't know, that's just my opinion. You don't have to seek anything out if you want to. But yeah, LT Grey, Manny and Frida, their relationship was chaotic, but it was really fun, and I just loved their dynamic. And yeah, just, if only, but it never happened, so what can you do? Oh, Hector and Hector/5 and Miko from Glitch Text. I like them together. I do. I think it's more for fanon only though, because I think if the show did continue, I think Hector would have had a crush on somebody else. I think her name was Sahira. I can't remember. But yeah, I like their relationship in the show. I really do adore their friendship. But I like them better in like a relationship in fanon. So I don't know if they would actually get together in the show, to be honest. I didn't want them to get together in the show. So that's why I say like in fanon only. Like, I liked the fan fictions when they were together, or, you know, best friends to lovers sort of things, or, you know, the fan art of them like in a relationship or whatever. But I didn't really want them together in the show. But it doesn't mean I don't like their relationship, which I do love. I love Miko and Hector's relationship in the show. But it's just, yeah, Oh no, that's what happens sometimes. I just don't feel it in the show, but in fanon it hits different, I guess. Oh, Milo and Amanda from Milo Murphy's Law. There we go. I don't know why I thought there was an S in there. Yeah, Milo Murphy's Law is underrated too. But yeah, it's a shame that it didn't continue. Yeah, it was a good show while it lasted. I mean, but it wasn't that. I don't know, it's not like Phineas and Ferb where it was groundbreaking, but it didn't need to be. It was its own separate show. And I did like it. Milo and Amanda's relationship was sweet for the moments that I seen them in. Because I didn't watch the majority of season 2 or anything, so I don't know what happened, really. But, or was it, did they only have one season? Did they have season 2 of Milo and Murphy's Law? Jeez, I cannot remember. I remember they had that Phineas and Ferb crossover. But did they have another season? Or did they... You know what? I don't know. It'll be up in the screen when I find out. Oh my gosh. Well, I can't believe I can't remember. But yeah, with Milo and Amanda's relationship, it's sweet. I think they're okay. It is sweet, but, you know, it wasn't really a ship that I was, you know, keeping an eye on or anything. Milo and Melissa was sweet too. It's nice seeing their friendship from this flashback episode. Like, start, it was cute. But, yeah, I mean, yeah, I thought, like, Milo and Melissa would be like Phineas and Isabella, but, I don't know, just them being best friends and they fall in love and stuff. But no, it wasn't like that. They were just besties. Which is great, actually. I would say, yeah, just friends. Because I do really like their friendship. And yeah, it was really sweet to see that. I guess we'll talk about also Zach and Melissa if I can find them. If I can find them. Oh, there they are. Zach and Melissa. I think they're okay. I think they're okay. Just like with Milo and Amanda, simply because I didn't really pay attention to them either when I was watching the show. Like, I did not know that this was happening. Maybe it's more about fanon only, but like, I don't know, I didn't really see it coming either. Especially that kiss on the cheek, I didn't really see it coming. I don't know, maybe it was just me not paying attention. Probably. Like, I paid attention to like more of like what was happening in like the situations and stuff, and not necessarily character relationships really, but what can you do? Like, or maybe I just forgot. Who knows? But yeah, with Zach and Melissa, I think it's cute. It's not that bad. I think they're okay. Oscar and Bea from Fishhooks. Oh, okay. Oh, I used to love them together. I used to be somewhat obsessed with these two as well. Yeah, I ship it. I ship it because they are canon. They got together in the end of the show. Yeah, just seeing their journey was pretty interesting as well, I guess. Like, for me, as when I was little. Yeah, I think their moments are still cute. Just Oscar, just trying to keep his composure sometimes, but yeah, just I don't know, I think it's cute, and I like the end with the graduation speech, and Bea just says that she loves Oscar in the middle of her speech. And that was like the moment, her big epiphany. It's like, oh wow, I really like this fish. But yeah, like, what are you gonna do? I do like Oscar and Bea. They're pretty cute. Yeah, just, they're cute, and I used to really love them as a kid. Marceline and Princess Bubblegum. Oh, okay. Yeah, I ship it still. They're kind of in my heart because they're together. They're not OTP material either, simply because I didn't know they would get together, and I didn't know they were together. Like, here's the thing, I didn't know they were together, but the comics did say they were exes, and I'm like, oh, they were together before, and then they got back together at the end, and I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. So technically it didn't come out of nowhere, but like, if people didn't read the comics, then they wouldn't have known that. But yeah, I mean, they, even in like the episode when like with the I don't know how to describe it, when they were singing and Marceline with their guitar, and she was singing about, like, I think it was her and Bubblegum's relationship, and that's why there was this tension between Marceline and Bubblegum specifically, because they used to date and now they're exes, and it was, yeah, just knowing that information added so much tension, even though they weren't necessarily like They were like estranged back then, and I always thought that it was just because they didn't really like each other back then, but no, because they used to be something, and I'm like, oh, yeah, damn. But yeah, Bubblegum and Marceline are pretty cute. Really did like the end of the show when they got together, but you know, just it's one of those things. Puka and Garu, okay, they're a mixed bag for me, honestly. I used to love this pairing, and every time the show aired on like Jetix, like I used to want to see like how their relationship was going to turn out in each episode. It's a mixed bag for me, honestly. I think they're okay. I know that many people have a problem with them now, which is fair enough because Puka just keeps being relentless and just trying to get Garu's attention and forcing herself on him and everything. And yeah, it's just, I don't know. I don't know if I see it as funny nowadays. I don't know. Like, it's very mixed. I think in like later iterations their relationship was better and it was more mutual, but yeah, back in like the Jetix days with those shorts and the show, like it was a bit, yeah. I do understand that sort of view, but I mean, it's no but, like I understand that those opinions are valid, and they do have a point. It's just, I don't know, I used to love them. I used to love that iteration, like the Jetix iteration, like when they were airing stuff on Jetix. But yeah, I think they're okay. Especially with like the later iterations, their relationship is much more, I guess, mutual-ish now, I guess. So yeah. Rayla and Callum from the Dragon Prince. I love them so much. It hurts though. It really hurts that season 4 they're not together anymore. Because of what happened with, like, if you know what happened in the book, and then that's what leads to season 4, yeah, that I was so disappointed. Oh my gosh, I was very sad, very very sad. But yeah, Raylan with Callum and Rayla, I love them still. I still hold them deep in my heart. So I guess the relationship now, they're canon in my heart. Hopefully they will reconcile or something, but it will be a long time before they do. It's just sad that happened to them, and now their relationship is strained. And I don't know. Let's hope that something will happen again between them. Like, it will take time because, of course, Callum's still hurt, which, yeah, fair enough. But I hope that, you know, they'll come to a point in their relationship where they're happy again with each other and stuff. Yeah, it's just a shame what happened to them between season 3, like between the end of season 3 and what season 4 was. Yeah, and we still got a lot more to go with Dragon Prince because the whole saga's coming. But like, I don't know. I just thought season 4 was kind of meh. Definitely my least favourite season so far. Or maybe, but I mean, so much happened, but I'm like, I kind of wish they waited a bit longer for the episodes to come out. I don't know, I wanted more episodes to come out. It was a mixed bag. I don't want to talk about my feelings about season 4 right now. But yeah. Oh, this hurts. Okay. Inside Job recently, at the time of this recording, got cancelled a couple days ago. This hurts. This is going to hurt to talk about because we're never going to really... I mean, unless it gets picked up by another network, which... Adult Swim, think about it. Think about it, please. Adult Swim, you saved Tika and Buddy. Think about it. I know nobody's from Adult Swim is going to be listening to this, or any industry professionals, but just, you know. I'm sending it into the ether, just in case. Which, yeah, whatever. Reagan and Brent from Inside Job. I like their friendship a lot. I'm just going to say actually, no, wait. No, this. Because I used to ship them a lot in terms of, like, the fan fiction and the fan art that people used to produce for them. Like, the fans do. Like, basically other fan art, fan fiction. I used to like that stuff when they were in a relationship. Or at least, you know, building up to a relationship. But in the show, I don't ship them at all, really. I don't want them to get together in the show. And it's just a shame that Netflix cancelled the show. Which is disappointing as hell. because Netflix keeps doing this and they're never going to stop at this point. They don't see the potential that these shows have, and it happened with live action and animated shows. Like, it's just, they don't see it. They don't see it at all, and it makes me so mad. But yeah, with Reagan and Brent, I do like their chemistry and their relationship in the show in terms of besties or best friends or best workmates forever. I can't remember what their terminology was, but yeah, they were really. I really liked their relationship. It was sweet. It was sweet. I guess we're going to talk about the other relationship now. Ron and Reagan broke me. Oh my gosh, I didn't want to ship them. I know, I didn't want to ship Ron and Reagan because I thought, like, I went with the theory that, like, other people had, that they were siblings because of, like, the same mannerisms and everything in the first episode. But it's not confirmed in the time of this recording that they were siblings or not. I mean, well, the implications if they... No, okay. We're gonna pass that. Ron and Reagan was sweet. I did like their relationship quite a bit. I did ship it. And I rooted for them until the ending hurt. That ending did hurt, surprisingly, for me. I didn't think I would ship them at all, but I ended up caring for them. And I ended up being really sad when the stuff happened at the end of season 2. And now we're probably never going to see anything again, in terms of if Ron... I mean, I don't know, we're never going to see Ron again. Well, unless... fingers crossed in the future. I don't know. But yeah, Ron and Reagan were sweet. I did like them. I know some people were kind of mixed on them and everything, but I liked them. I don't know. That's just my opinion. And it was just sad seeing Reagan let him go, but yeah, I'm not gonna give out any more spoilers. Yeah, ending note on like these two pairings, honestly, yeah, it's just, this hurts. It hurts to talk about them now. It really hurts because we might not never see them again. I mean, there is a possibility that, you know, another network can pick this show up, but at the time of this recording, Inside Job has been cancelled, and it's a shame because the cast and crew did a very good job, and I just feel bad for every single one of them. Every single person who worked on the show, because they worked so hard. And it had a good fan base too, and Netflix don't see that. So when are Netflix gonna learn not to cancel stuff just because it isn't a part of their wheelhouse? I don't know what that analogy was, but I don't know when it's gonna change, to be honest. Oh, Rhea and Ron. Oh, so yeah, okay, so I used to ship Rhea and Ron from Animaniacs. They were probably the only Animaniacs ship I ever shipped. This tier list has already been very weird to go through. As friends now, I think, I don't know, like, I don't know why I used to ship them, to be honest. They're good friends. But yeah, some of these parents are just so... I don't know. I don't want to speak about Rhea and Ron anymore. I still like the old Animaniacs. It's pretty good. The new Animaniacs, on the other hand, hit and misses. There's a lot of hit and miss. I did enjoy the first season a little bit. And season 2 I haven't really watched, unfortunately, because I just didn't have the time. And since this is the last season coming up of the Animaniacs reboot, I want to watch that, but I don't know. Hopefully I will eventually. But yeah, I guess we're just going to move on now. Robin and Starfire from Teen Titans. Now, you notice I haven't put Robin and Starfire from Teen Titans Go on the list, simply because I don't ship them. I think they're terrible. I think the relationship is absolutely terrible in the show. In terms of what they've done to them. They basically switched the, like, crushes around, because Starfire used to have a big crush on, or at least a crush on Robin, and Robin was the one that was oblivious, and I don't know why I found that. I mean, it was a bit more subtle. With Teen Titans Go, they switched it around, so Robin has that big crush on Starfire, and Starfire is the one that's like, you know, and I just don't like that. I don't know. It just made it way too big in terms of the extravagance of that. But yet, Robin and Starfire and Teen Titans, the original, is so cute. I think they're definitely an OTP. The OTP moment. OTP material. I loved them so much when I was growing up, watching this show, and I always rooted for them. And Trouble in Tokyo. Finally! It's about time! It's about damn time! Words to go by from Cyborg. Oh, I can't. Yeah, that alone just shows how much I did love these two. Trouble in Tokyo, man, that was insane. But I did like the relationship. I really did. And yeah, they're definitely OTP material. Ruby and Sapphire, we're gonna put them straight in OTP material. Yeah, I think I'll keep them there. I did love them. I loved them so much. Like, it was still a surprise to me when we found out that, God, it was a fusion, and it was like Ruby and Sapphire, and they loved each other so much. And I'm like, oh yes. But yeah, without like pairings such as like Ruby and Sapphire, I don't think we would get to where we are today when it comes to like relationships in terms of LGBT stuff. I mean, there's probably a lot, like maybe like Kurosami, Kachidora, and that lot, and lead into like the current wave of LGBT relationships in fiction. But I think Ruby and Sapphire was definitely one of the first that I saw that made a big impact, because Steven Universe was a LGBT friendly show to begin with, so just having Ruby and Sapphire there was really nice to see. And just their chemistry was really good too, and you know how they met each other, we got to like, know that, and just love each other to be the fusion that is Garnet, an amazing character. I love Garnet so much. She's my favourite gem. But yeah, Ruby and Sapphire are so sweet, and I love them together, and just seeing them get married was really sweet too. So yeah, Ruby and Sapphire. Rudy and Penny from Chalk Zone. Yeah, I did used to ship them too. I think we're gonna try and speed past this. Yeah, I shipped this. I already had much to say about Rudy and Penny. They were sweet. They went to like, you know, like I think Rudy, other than like Snap. I mean, Snap is a creation of the Chalk Zone and that lot, but like, I think Penny's the only one that knows about Rudy's abilities to go into Chalk Zone and stuff. So yeah, they have that friendship with them, and yeah, it was cute. It was really cute. There were some like moments between them that could have been something more and that lot, but yeah, I do ship it still. They're cute little best friends to lovers type pairing, maybe. Oh no. Okay, Fufu and Sagwa. Gosh, okay. Another PBS Kids show. Fufu and Sagwa from Sagwa. I mean, I'm gonna put them as just as friends. I did used to find them endearing, I guess, as a kid. I don't know why. I mean, I like the show to begin with. Like, I do Sagwa quite a bit, like the show in general. But I like these two characters together. They were good friends, and yeah, it's just. I mean, I like the episode when they first met. But yeah, I think they have a cute friendship. But yeah, just as friends. Yeah, that's all I can say about them now, honestly. Sally and Dewey from Sally Boyhood. I used to ship them a lot. I used to like them a lot. I think because it reminded me of Kim and Ron. I think I have a habit of shipping pairings like Kim and Ron, just because they have that similar dynamic. Yeah, Sally and Dewey definitely had that sort of energy towards them. I would say they're okay now. Like, there wasn't anything alluding to them being more than friends or anything. I think they're an okay ship. And yeah, that's all I really have to say about them, honestly. Sally and Sonic from Sonic Sat-AM, or Sonic the Hedgehog, or whatever. Yeah, these two. Yeah, these two. I don't know what else to say. No, I ship them still. I do ship them. They're one of my favourite Sonic pairings of all time. And yeah, I did like them together. I don't know. I'm gonna try. Oh gosh, I got so many more pairings to go. Oh gosh, let's see if I can do it in the next. I don't know. I'm gonna see how long it takes me. This is gonna take so long. Danny and Sam from Danny Fandom, loved them. I did love them. Nowadays, yeah, I'm gonna put them in the. Oh, hello. I'm gonna put it in the I ship it. I mean, if this was me taking it maybe a couple years ago, I would say OTP material, because they used to be one of my favourite ships from Nickelodeon. I just love Sam and Danny's relationship. Nowadays, I just ship it. Like, it's fine. I don't know. It doesn't really have that effect on me anymore. It's so weird because I used to love the relationship and their fake out make outs and this there and just them dancing around their relationship. I don't know, but I think there's so many times that they've done that it gets a little bit annoying. But I know that's how it is when it comes to friendship to lovers pairings sometimes. But I don't know. I mean, I just ship it nowadays. It's just, yeah. I mean, I still ship it. I still think it's a cute ship. SpongeBob and Sally. I used to love this ship as well. I remember Truthful Square and that fake wedding that happened. That tricked me so much as a kid. I was so mad. But yeah, they're good friends. I think I'll just have them as besties. Or they're good friends, I think. But I did used to like them together. Like the idea of them being together. Especially in like the first couple of seasons. Nowadays, it's just, they're friends, they're good friends, and it's, you know, sweet how much they care for each other sometimes. Okay. Star Marco from Star vs. the Force of Evil. You know how much I love this pairing, growing up, or at least, you know, the times where, if you see my channel, you know about my Star vs. reactions. I used to love them so much. I still love them to this day. I don't know if I should put them in OTP material. I mean, they are, but this is my list. They are, okay, a low OTP material because I have no idea where to. I can't say they're canon in my heart because they're together by the show. Yeah, Star and Marco meant a lot to me. It did. Whilst watching Star Versus, they meant a lot to me. Like, their whole relationship meant a lot to me when watching the show. A lot of other things meant a lot to me within watching the show. But Star and Marco were the reason why I started watching the show in the first place. And I kept watching, even though in like the later seasons they didn't really have much in terms of like, especially like in season 1 and 2 they had a lot together. They had a lot. Seasons 3 to 4 kind of slipped when it comes to their relationship, and especially with the relationship drama in the show. But in my experience, in my opinion, I still think Star and Marco are a solid ship. I know that some people don't really like them, but that's fine. That's valid. That's very valid. I'm being serious. That is very valid. But I don't... My opinion is I don't like the amount of hate this ship gets sometimes. And I'm not saying you can't dislike the ship or whatever. I just... It gets a lot of flack when it doesn't need to get a lot of flack. And I know it kind of... The relationship drama as a whole ruined the show in aspects. But Star and Marco's relationship is still, I think, a sweet friendship and eventually relationship, even though we don't really get that until the end of the show, but whatever. Yeah, Star and Marco still mean a lot to me. And if you disagree with my opinion, fair enough. I respect that. Honestly, yeah, it's valid. Your opinion is valid. That's just my opinion going from how I saw the show. Stephen and Connie! Oh, I love them. I do. I'm gonna say I ship them. I'm glad they got together at the end of the show and everything, and you know, they're going out. And they had a sweet friendship throughout the show. I love them. Stavani is great as a fusion. Yeah, just, I love them. I love them. Okay. I used to support both of them at certain points during the show's run, but I don't ship them anymore. Why? Because they're both toxic relationships. Or I think they're toxic. Especially, both of them in different ways, I guess. 2D and her obsession, and just, you know, how much Trixie treated Timmy like absolute crap. Yeah, they're both toxic relationships, in my opinion. I don't know why I ship this. I'm not a fan of these two anymore. Especially with Timmy and Trixie, I used to support them so much in like the Wishology trilogy and everything. Like, I'm baffled. I'm actually really confused on why I ship them. Yeah, it's just... Yeah, it's just... yeah. Laura and Tino? Yeah, Laura and Tino from Weekenders. Just friends. That's all. I don't really have much to say about them. I used to love the Weekenders though. Like, I think I don't know. I thought the structure of the show was interesting. It goes on with the whole weekend, and they're 3 parts. It's like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I thought it was interesting. Laura and Tina had a good friendship from what I remember, but I just friends. TJ and Spinelli, I used to be obsessed with the Kiss episode, and I don't know why. Their friendship is interesting though. I mean, well, okay, their friendship is good, so I'd say just friends, but I don't know, I used to be so fixated on that Kiss episode for some reason. Maybe because I just found it shocking that they actually went through with it and they didn't mind it at the end, but they had to keep it a secret. They had to say, oh, that's nasty, but they actually didn't mind it, and I'm like, huh. I don't know, something, I don't know. But yeah, TJ and Spinelli had a cool friendship. I like them being buds. Wanda and Sylvia, oh, just friends as well. I used to ship these two as well, quite a bit. But I think they're good friends, so I'm just going to leave it at that, I think. Infinite eye rolls. Will and Beatrice from Over the Castle. Why am I laughing? I think it's because I used to ship them. I mean, we knew that Beatrice was the human from the beginning, or at least I kind of knew. It took me a little bit, but I was like, oh yeah, no, we're Beatrice. Yeah, because she did say she was cursed. So yeah, she was a human. So it's not... But besides the point, I did used to ship them. I think their chemistry was very witty, and I liked their chemistry. I did like their banter, and just the way they interacted. I know that Will and Sarah... or Will had a thing for Sarah, but I didn't actually care for that ship, unfortunately. Will and Beatrice was where it's at. I was so sad when they had to separate, because, like, you know, Will doesn't know where she is and everything now. Like, she turned back, I guess, and whatever, and they're never gonna see each other again. How sad. Yeah, I'm gonna say they're okay. Nowadays, I think they're okay in terms of, like, whatever. I used to like them together so much. Just it's so sad. Oh no, Gaz and Zim. Oh yeah, why did I mean, I could say I'm not a fan of it as well. I don't know why I shipped this. I'm sorry. I did. Maybe it's because both of their maybe it's because of their personalities were similar. I thought they would be like good comfort. I don't. I'm stumped. I'm sorry. I'm actually pretty stumped on why I shipped. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna move on. Fillmore and Ingrid from Fillmore, another underrated show in my opinion. I love Fillmore. I do. I really enjoyed Fillmore. Yeah. Looking back at it, and even nowadays, like looking at the show, I'm just like, damn, that show went hard. That show did go hard. Fillmore and Ingrid's friendship, I liked as well. I used to read a ton of fan fiction about them, and like, you know, maybe being in a relationship and stuff. So I guess I could put in Fanon. I like them in a relationship. Due to that, yeah, I guess I'll put them there. In the show though, I don't like. It wasn't really a big deal to me. I just liked their friendship, and whatever way it was gonna go, whatever way I wouldn't mind it going. So yeah, but I'm glad they stay friends in the show though. It's good. Oh, okay, so we got more Adventure Time. Finn and Flame Princess and Finn and Princess Bubblegum. I used to ship both. Yeah. I don't really like Finn and Flame Princess anymore. They did have their cute moments though. But I'm like, looking back at it, there was some like moments where I was like, oh, yeah. But yeah, for Princess Bubblegum and Finn, friends only. That's it. Like, no, we're good. Fiona and Marshall, Lee, probably. I mean, I used to. I remember this is going by like way back then when like the Fiona and Kate stuff were coming out. I used to love reading fanfiction about these two. So I'm gonna put them in fan only. This is only going by like past experiences and stuff. Nowadays I don't really have any opinion on them because I haven't watched the Fiona and Kate stuff in so long, so yeah. Gumball and Penny, oh, I love this ship. I used to adore this ship so much. I ship it still, like it's a cute pairing. Gumball really does love Penny, and yeah, so much that he doesn't mind what a true self is, and I'm like, that's love for you. Wow. Oh gosh, regular show now. The Mordecai relationships were a mess. Oh my gosh. So I used to ship both of these as well. We got like CJ and Mordecai and Margaret. I'm not a fan of either one of those ships anymore, to be honest. I used to like these ships too, but like it became such a mess. The relationships became such a mess. Oh my gosh. But yeah, if I had to pick between both of them, it would have been maybe Mordecai and CJ maybe. I don't know. I don't think I'll choose any of them, to be honest. Nah, we're not going to. We're not actually going to. Rigby and Elaine. I was about to say Aline, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm getting more unhinged. I'm so sorry if I turn out to be crazy by the end of this. It's so long. It's so long. Yeah, Rigby and Eileen. There we go. Rigby and Eileen, adorable. I ship it. I think they're one of the best relationships in regular show, hands down. Very consistent throughout. Love their relationship. Yeah. Jake and Rainicorn, classic. Just, yeah, they were together from the beginning. So, and they had kids. It was great. I would say OTP material, but I think I'm just going to say I ship it as well. It's a really good relationship. And yeah, I like them being together. Pen and Sashi! Oh, another underrated show, Pen Zero Part-Time Hero. Underrated. I love that show. Yeah, I'm just glad they actually had an ending. It actually had a proper ending. Well, a properish ending. Like a cliffhanger that's very small. Pen and Sashi, I love them, so I ship them. Wouldn't say the ODP material, but I loved Pen and Sashi, so we're gonna keep them up there. I did like the relationship, and I was so surprised at the end of the show. I never thought they would do it. I'm not going to spoil it for you. You probably know by the way I'm talking. Yeah. Libby and Sheen from Jimmy Neutron. Oh, yeah, they're cute. I mean, they're okay. I think they're okay. Like, I don't really, like, pay attention to their relationship that much, but I think they're okay. Oh, Aiden and Sharon from Braceface. I used to ship them too. Well, not all the ships on this list are shipped, but just seeing all these parents again, I think they're okay. I know they dated, and then I think they broke up for a bit, and then I think they dated again. It was a bit of a mess, but they were good friends, and then, yeah, I think it was cute. I think it was a cute relationship for the times they had together. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about them, to be honest. Tommy and Lola, just friends? I can't remember if Lola was the one that had a crush on Tommy. I think it was. Maybe. I'm not really sure. Maybe my mind's making things up, but I think it was mostly one-sided. Maybe it was just a figment of my imagination, like some of these ships were. Oh gosh. Yeah, Robot Boy was a decent show. Like it had interesting stuff in it. Tommy and Lola's friendship I didn't really pay attention to much, but I did, ship them because typical main characters and male and female. Yeah, it's all of that. And maybe their chemistry I liked. I can't remember. But yeah, Tommy and Lola were just as friends, I think. Oh, Vid and Zero from the Invisible Network of Kids. Yeah, I used to watch this show all the time because it aired on a UK channel called Pop, and it had this running a lot at nights. Yeah, this show was interesting. I might do a video on it one day because this show was Vin and Zero were interesting to me. I'm gonna say they're okay, because there was times that they annoyed me in terms of like, I don't know, but it wasn't like the other pairing that annoyed me. I could not remember. I think it was Trixie and Newton. They kind of annoyed me more in terms of like shipping or whatever, because I think it was one-sided and it just kind of made me mad. Because I didn't really like their relationship anyway. Vin and Zero's was interesting. There was a lot of moments where people were like, oh my gosh, like they wanted them to get together and stuff, and I was a part of that. I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, they only had one season of this show, which is a shame. I wish it continued, but it didn't. But yeah, we got Vin and Zero. I think they're okay now, looking back at them. Like, I remember, I just get flashbacks of all these like moments that I used to be like so hyped about when it comes to their relationship, but now it's just like, whatever, it's whatever. But yeah, Vin and Zero. Oh, Lance and Alana! Again, like with Teenage Robot, Lance and Alana, I think Gendy said at one point that they wouldn't, like, I think Alana was with, I forgot his name. What was the boy that she likes' name? I can't remember. But I used to love Lance and Alana. I know on Earth they had to portray themselves as siblings, but they're not siblings in their home world. But they had to, just because, you know, they had to portray a family because it's blended on Earth and everything, with Otis being the dad and that lot. And technically he went to school as well because he is, you know. But yeah, it's just, I don't know what it is about the relationship. I think it was just it was just more interesting to me than I guess the other characters that they paired up Lance and Alana with. I just found that relationship so much more interesting, especially in like the flashback episodes really interesting. But yeah, just, and also them on the run as well, like, I don't, and the fanfiction, there was a lot of fanfiction that went into like my like deep love for these two as a thing, or at least it was weird. I kind of still ship it nowadays. But since it's been years, since Bandit Titan came out. Like, it came out over 10 years ago. That's insane. I think it's over 10 years ago? Yeah. Wow, yeah. Over 10. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, Lance and Alana, I still love them. I'm sorry if you don't. Your opinions are valid. I still ship them. I'm sorry. Otis and Kimmy as well. Yeah, I shipped them too, I guess. It was a surprise for me, Otis and Kimmy's relationship. Maybe they're, yeah, I'll put them there next to them. Yeah, they were a really interesting surprise when these two interacted, and the booty up the wall scene. Anyway, yeah, that scene was shocking. But yeah, I mean, their relationship turned out to be pretty sweet, somewhat. But yeah, things happened and all that. We don't know what the outcome of their relationship would have been. But other than that, yeah, I did ship them at the time. I still kind of like the idea of them now, so I'll put them in I ship it / fanon. I don't know. It's complicated. Mimi and Russell from What About Mimi? Mimi and Russell. Just as friends, I think. It's been a long time since I watched this show. I used to read like this one fan fiction of them when I was watching this show, I guess, when I was younger, but that's about it. Yeah, they're just friends, I think. I think that Russell did have a crush on her at one point. Maybe near the end of the show, I can't remember. Oh, maybe it was hinted, I cannot remember, but I remember, like, some vague stuff. I don't know. Take my stuff with a grain of salt sometimes. But yeah, Mimi and Russell, I think they were just friends. They were good friends. They had good interactions in the show from what I could find of it, and yeah. I'm just gonna put them there. Oh, Ruby and Skullboy! I used to love them so much. I'm just gonna put them in I ship it. I still like their relationship to this day. It's sweet friendship. Poor Skullboy though, can't catch a break. But yeah, Ruby and Skullboy would have been so cute together. Maybe I should put them in Canon in My Heart, I guess. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, Canon in My Heart. They would have been Canon in My Heart. I don't even know if they ever got together. I don't think they did. But yeah, they're a sweet pairing, so I'll put them up there. Oh, Anne and Marcy. I kinda shipped them. Now, in my Amphibia reactions, I was very neutral when it comes to these things because I didn't really ship any Amphibia ships, to be honest. But if I ever shipped something that wasn't like Ivy and Spring, like established stuff already, like I supported more of Ivy and Spring. But yeah, like Marcy and Anne would have been the pairing that I shipped per se. I think I only liked it in fanon though, but I did like it in the show, like especially that moment when Anne blushed, and I'm like, what was that about? I don't know. That was like a moment where I was like, huh? That really took me off guard. But yeah, just Anne and Marcy would have been cute though, honestly. Ivy and Sprig, I ship it. They're pretty cute. I liked their episode together, the Sprig Ivy episode. That was pretty cute. I'm gonna leave it at that. Sasha and Anne, I liked their relationship in season 3. I would say they're okay. Actually, I'll put both of them in they're okay, I guess. Yeah, I liked their relationship in season 3 a bit more than like the previous seasons, so that was that. Oh, Corey and Lainey from GarageBand! Yeah, I used to ship them quite a bit. I'm gonna say I ship it, because I don't know, like, apart from the moments where this dude, Corey, keeps thinking that Lainey is a boy, I'm like, dude, no. But no, I did like the relationship sometimes. Yeah, I mean, their relationship was good anyway. Like, they're good, like, friends. So, and there was moments where they like showed feelings and stuff. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's cool. Vax and Keyleth from The Legend of Vox Machina. Oh boy, the tangled web they weave. I'm just gonna leave it as that. The tangled web they weave. Have you seen any of like the campaign stuff? Gosh. But in the show they're really cute, so, and I don't know what's gonna happen in season 2, but the time of this recording, season 2 hasn't come out yet. Maybe I'll edit something in there about season 2, but I don't know. Yeah. Oh, Ida and Rain, I ship them too. I love their relationship so much, and I hope things turn out good for them in like the last 2 episodes of season 2, especially for the future. Like, and of course the end of the outhouse, but still. Oh, Sprang against the world. Anne and Sprig, just as friends, of course, but you know, Sprang against the world. Love their friendship so much. Hands down, one of my favorite friendships in the 2020s. Just love their friendship. Or technically the end of the 2010/20, because it started in 2019, so whatever, 2020s, whatever. Oh, Code High. Yeah. Joan and JFK, it's complicated. Just as friends for now, it's very complicated when it comes to my feelings about Joan and JFK. There's been the influx of that, like, somewhat recently, like last year, a couple years ago, whatever, and I'm like, I get it, but I just think they're just friends. For Joan and Abe, why did I ship it? Like, I was doing a rewatch, and I'm like, why did I ship this? I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm more rooted for Joan. But other than that, I don't know. I really don't know. Hunter and Willow, I love them. They're adorable, and I hope the best for them. Like, I wish the best for them in the outhouse, like the last 2 episodes and stuff. Like, I love their relationship. It slowly warmed up to me because I didn't get why people ship them, to be honest. They only show them as friends, but I do love them, especially for like thanks to them and that haircut scene. I'm like, oh, that's cute. And also just the way they smiled at each other, I love them. So yeah. Todd and Mauricio, oh gosh, okay. In fanon only. I wish I had them met. They're okay. I'll put them in there, okay. It's a mixed bag for me with Todd and Mauricio. I used to ship them a lot, but now I'm just like, no, we're good. Lapras and Parador, just as friends, simply because I didn't really ship them when I was watching the show. I did love their friendship, But yeah, I didn't really ship them as much, but they're cute. Yeah, they're okay. Sunil and Pepper from the Littlest Pet Shop 2012 cartoon. This was the only Littlest Pet Shop ship I ever shipped in the show, and I thought the relationship was pretty cute. And I think there was quite a big, well, not a big fan base, but it was quite a sizable fan base for them back in the day. But they're okay. I like their relationship in the show, so that's why I'm going to put them in. They're okay. Kick and Kendall, I used to love them. I used to love the moments that they have, and yeah, of course, like, Kendall does, like, she, like, Kick. It's just that, you know, their rivalry and everything, and just, it's their love-hate relationship towards each other. It's very interesting to me. I think I'm gonna put it in, I ship it still. Because I'm surprised that Kick Patowski still has a fan base that's still going. Like, it's crazy to see how much this ship still means a lot to people, and it's crazy. It's crazy. Finn and Marceline, just friends, that's all I'm gonna say. I did used to ship them, but, you know, not anymore. Not really. Flash and Twilight. Flash and Twilight. I used to like them. I used to like the potential. But yeah, Equestria Girls nowadays with their relationship, I just thought it was kind of forced. Yeah, it was sort of a missed opportunity within the pony world though, but whatever. Ryan and Min from Infinity Train Book 4 or Season 4. I like them too, I really do. I only like them as friends per se, but I know that many people do ship them, and I do understand why people ship them. But I saw them mainly as friends, but I think the potential was there for them to be together, but I don't know. Maybe it's just, I don't know. I just only showed them as friends when I saw Season 4, but, you know, the potential was there. Like, I can't not agree with that. Velma and Marcy from Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. This is a recent thing, actually. Like, I realised how much I liked them two together. But yeah, just, I would say they're okay. I think their friendship is really good, and they could have been something, I think, but they didn't do that for Mystery Incorporated. But I think their relationship was pretty good within the show. Yeah, I should say I like their friendship. Vex and Percy from Legend of Vox Machina. We have the rest of them here. I'm not going to say anything about the campaign. It goes really well for them in the campaign. Well, with lots of drama, of course, but yeah, like, I'm surprised that, yeah, they're okay for now. I can't wait for Season 2. There's some moments in the campaign that I really liked of Vex and Percy, but I don't know if they're going to do that in the show. I would love them to do that in the show, but, you know, I don't know. I like Grog and Pike, but only as friends. They're definitely the best of friends. I love them. And I think these two are okay as well. Like, if you've seen the campaign, you know what happens to them in the future. But, you know, I mean, I don't know if they're gonna end up together. I don't really know in the show, but who knows. Applejack and Rainbow Dash. Now, I mean, I can't say they're just friends because I think it's alluded that they're together. I mean, they're living together, so I would say they're okay. I didn't really ship them in, like, the show's prime, I think, but I was so shocked that they said they came out, like, the feature saying they're living together, and I'm like, oh my goodness! I was so shocked. But their relationship is good. I like their rivalry and stuff. It was pretty good. Oh, V and Marsha! Love them. Love them so much. I do ship it. V's crush on Marsha is adorable. And yeah, the ending credits with the picture of them just hanging out and stuff in you know, Lisa's hometown and stuff was pretty good too. And yeah, I love that for them, honestly. I love Via Marsha. Pretty damn sweet. Applejack and Rarity from Equestria Girls. Yes, I do. I like them. They're okay. There was a lot of stuff with Applejack and Rarity in the Equestria Girls that I was surprised in. When looking back, I was like, oh my goodness, they had a lot. Oh wow. They alluded to quite a bit with their relationship. Maybe like roller coaster of friendship? Is that one of them that kind of alluded? I don't know, but I find it very sus. Or very interesting, anyway. That, yeah, they focused on their relationship a lot. It was very interesting. Michelle and... Okay. I don't know if anybody heard of this show before, but this show is called PIMY. I used to watch it a lot on this, on, you know, the channel I alluded to before, mentioned before, Pop. And I used to watch this show, like, back to back. Like, the episodes are not that long, but I need to do something about that. I need to talk about this show one day. Maybe by the time this video out, something will already come out, but I don't know. Michelle and Sam were the main pair, or one of the main parents of the show, I think. I used to like them, but I don't know. Like, they're okay. I mean, it's complicated for these two as well. I don't know how to feel. But I definitely need to rewatch the show to say how I feel, because maybe I'll not like them again. I don't know. Sometimes I need to I actually need to revisit some of this stuff. Like, I never do, and I should, you know? But it depended on the time and everything. I don't know. But yeah, let me fast track through this now. We got Miguel and Felicity from Rainbow Butterfly Unicorn Kitty. I mean, everybody called this a Unikitty ripoff, because technically it's got the same color scheme and everything, and I'm like, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I used to like their friendship. It reminded me of like Star and Marco a little bit, and yeah, I did used to like this friendship a lot. Them together, I don't really know. I'm just gonna put them as just friends, just because I don't really have any opinions on them now, honestly. I haven't rewatched the show in like years, since it, you know, only had one season, I think. But yeah, just whatever. Jim and Claire from Troll Hunters. Their relationship was a roller coaster, wasn't it? I mean, I think they're okay now, because I haven't really caught up with like the whole Troll Hunters universe, really. I mean, well, I have caught up with it, but I don't, like, it's over now. I mean, it's been over, but like, I don't really have any opinions on it now. But yeah, these two were okay. Like, I did root for them when I was watching the show and everything. But yeah, that's all I have to say really about them. RJ and Steve, I had to try and remember the names. RJ and Steve from Free Below, they're okay as well. I don't know, I found it weird that they had kids. It's a weird relationship, but I guess, I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything more about it. It's just, I don't know, maybe I'm the only one that finds it weird. I mean, they're fine. I like their relationship. But I just, yeah. I don't know. There's things about it I'm just like, that's weird. Elliot and Mimi from Elliot Kids. Just as friends? Question mark. I know that Mimi did have a crush on him, I think, at one point. Like, I think, like, she was his secret admirer at one point. But, like, nowadays I'm just like, I don't know, just as friends. Jason and Melissa, Brendan and Melissa from Home Movies. I used to ship Brendan and Melissa a bit. But I think these two had more clout. These two had more, and I didn't really notice that. But I'll do both of them as just as friends. I don't know what, like, the end game of Home Movies was. All I know is that Brendan, the clip with Brendan in the car and that, I can't remember what the context was, but I think he was moving away. And yeah, all I remember was that. I don't know, like, they're little kids here. I don't know, but I was a little kid when I started watching Home Movies, so I don't know. Like, I don't know what the end game would have been, to be honest. Pim, Paddy and Marcy. They're okay. I think it depends on the iteration, if I like them together as like a pairing or not. But like in fandom, sort of, I like the idea. But I think they're okay as a ship. Marcy does really care about Pim and Paddy. And yeah, it's just, I think they have an okay, like, good friendship. Especially like the recent adaptations of Peanuts. I think it's not that bad there. I think it's pretty good. And now we end up here again with My Little Pony and G5. Yeah, we got Sunny and Hitch. I mean, if they want to go with it, if like the creators want to go with it, go ahead. Like, I actually do really like their friendship enough to ship it. But I don't mind if they get together or not, because in all honesty, I'd rather just all of them just be besties and that's it. Same goes with like Sunny and Izzy. If they want to do it, that's fair enough for me. I ship it too. And Zip and Hitch, I think they're okay. I like that they're like working together sometimes in terms of like detective work and whatnot. I do like that. As well as like with Sunny and Izzy being best friends, and so is Sunny and Hitch. Like, I like the childhood best friends to lovers thing, but I don't know if they're going to do that for Sunny and Hitch. But yeah, Zip and Hitch have a good relationship when it comes to detective stuff and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, they're okay. They're okay. Hi, this is Editor MCG here, butting in for a bit. Originally this section was going to be me talking about Buster and Babs Bunny from the original Tiny Toons animated show, but then it turned into a rant about how much I didn't like the changes that were happening in the reboot with their relationship, and it kind of got a bit heated, and I decided to cut it out because but I'll explain sort of how I feel about them now. I still kind of ship them in the original, because it's his own separate continuity. That's what I also found out as well by doing a bit of research. Apparently now it's his own separate continuity, so Luniversity is completely different, which is great. Good. I mean, my fears have been put down to rest a little bit. So yeah, in the original I still ship them. In the reboot, no. That's all I need to say. Let's go to the conclusion of this video. But anyway, yes, that is the tier list. I'm so sorry for this video, honestly. And me for having to edit it. There's a lot of stuff. And yeah, that's it. I don't really have any much to say. Thank you so much for watching, listening, whatever. And I hope you maybe stick around for more cartoon craziness. Not as like unhinged as this. Maybe not as unhinged as... I don't know what this video was. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys later. Bye guys. Bye!